We all breathe oxygen. It's literally the most basic thing we do to survive. But what if I told you that some people are paying hundreds of dollars to breathe even more oxygen? They do it inside of the high-pressure chambers, hyperbaric oxygen chambers.
It's called Hyperbaric Oxygen Therapy.
Run hyperbaric chamber in Canada.
Hyperbaric chambers are being used to help treat brain, muscle, and blood problems.
Biohackers, elite athletes, and even longevity researchers claim that hyperbaric oxygen treatment, or HBOT, could slow aging, improve brain function, and even help fight diseases like dementia and cancer. These are very huge claims, but is that actually true, or is it just another overhyped wellness trend? Let's check. Alright, before we get into the longevity claims, let's start with what HBOT was actually designed for. Originally, it was used for deep-sea divers who surface too fast and develop the bands, which is basically tiny nitrogen bubbles in the blood that can cause pain, paralysis, or even death. But then doctors realized it could help wounds heal faster, fight infections, and even treat carbon monoxide poisoning. So, of course, that's when biohackers started paying attention at HBOT. Alright, we at the lab, and here's this hyperbaric chamber, which looks like some kind of thing to go to the space, to be honest. But the idea behind HBOT for longevity is simple. If oxygen keeps us alive, more oxygen might make us healthier. Normally, oxygen moves through your blood at regular atmospheric pressure, but inside an HBOT chamber, oxygen is delivered at 2 to 3 times the normal pressure. That means more oxygen gets dissolved into your blood, tissues, and even your brain. This is where things get interesting. Studies show HBOT can trigger stem cell growth, repair DNA, and even make your telomeres longer. Telomeres? Telomeres are like the little plastic tips at the end of the shoelace. They protect your DNA from damage. The longer they are, the better your cells function. Shorter telomeres, faster aging. So, does this mean sitting in a hyperbaric chamber can actually slow down aging? Okay, Diana, what should I expect during the treatment?
The first session is just like any new exercise for your body. It's definitely, you're gonna feel like you're landing on an airplane, so your ears will be popping. But the first time is always the most uncomfortable one because your body is adapting to hyperbaric environments. So once you're done with your first session, when you do your second session, you're gonna feel so much more comfortable and your body will be a lot more adapted to it.
Can you tell me how many sessions should I take in order to feel the longevity effect on my body?
Okay, when it comes to longevity, there is definitely a compound effect. So for general health and wellness, we always recommend anybody starting with at least a couple sessions back to back. So you want to build it up, especially with the first session. As your body getting used to it, you want to double down on that and get at least 3 or 4 sessions in a row. For any wellness enthusiast, we recommend getting at least a couple sessions back to back, and then you can go in the maintenance mode and do it once a week, once a month as needed. It's great for jet lag, it's great for super hard workout recovery. If you have any big parties that you went to and you need to kind of bring your body back into a balance, so that's great for that too. So you can do it on as needed basis.
Diana, can you tell me what actually happens inside my body when I'm using the chamber?
That helps to build oxygen concentration in your blood. So basically creating an oxygenated plasma inside your body. With the pressure, it helps push this plasma throughout your body. And there's a lot of areas in our body where we had injuries and the blood just cannot get through because of that injury. So the hyperbaric environment helps push that oxygen to those areas where your body forgot oxygen exists. So, and that will help heal that areas and repair the damaged tissues.
So how often do you actually need hyperbaric oxygen treatment for longevity? For longevity and telomere health, 40 to 60 sessions over 2 to 3 months, and then 1 to 2 times per month. For brain health, dementia prevention, 3 to 5 times per week for 1 to 3 months, then maintenance once per week. For general wellness and recovery, 1 to 2 times per week. For injury healing and performance, you can do it daily or up to 5 times per week for 2 to 3 weeks. And remember, more isn't always better. Too much oxygen can actually cause oxidative stress, so for longevity, it's all about the right balance. So, does HBOT actually make you live longer? Yes, it oxygenates your body, improves healing processes, and has some serious potentials like fighting inflammation, one of the main causes to death and aging. However, the research on longevity isn't conclusive yet, and it's still on early stages. While it's very exciting, it's not a magical anti-aging solution. However, worth trying. So find a nearest HBOT nearby and try it out. Leave your comments down below. So share your experience with HBOT and how do you use it.